Hey guys, what's up? Mark here.
And Wes.
Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk.
Yay.
So we got a pretty cool game today. I guess I'll just go around and say it. We're doing Q*bert on the PS1.
Yeah.
And God, I've had this game for I don't remember when I got it. So long. It wasn't when I was like really little. I remember playing it when I was about maybe 5 or 6 or 7, around that time.
Yeah, and then I can remember playing it. I don't know how long ago. 2 hours ago.
That's how retro it is for him. He played it a whole whopping 2 hours ago.
I know.
So
that's a long ass time ago.
Here's the disc.
Yay.
You can see it. Yeah, it's very reflective. Okay, so this game was made in December 1st, 1999. This PlayStation version.
Yeah.
Basically by Atari. I don't know. I tried looking this shit up before filming. It's an Atari game. If you can see the logo, it's right there. Atari.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun game. Want to go over some of the controls?
Oh yeah,
How
I
it
can start
plays?
with the controls. The controls are they're a little hard to get. Well, I kind of had a little bit of trouble getting used to them.
It takes time to get used to.
Yeah. The way you play it is pretty much you hit the squares, you color the squares your own color, and then you just you just do that.
Yeah.
And then if like to those that don't know
the basic premise.
Yeah, the basic premise of Q*bert
is to
And then to move, since like the blocks are in a diagonal direction, you have to hold down.
I was
like,
gonna actually show. Yeah, hold on.
Actually, yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the way you do this is you don't just simply go like left and right and up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to do 2 buttons at a time to go a certain way.
Yeah, so you have to do a diagonal direction, pretty much.
You probably weren't expecting this super close up. Sorry about that, but that's how you play for the PlayStation. I'm not sure how any other version of the game plays. Maybe the same way, more or less. But for this version, with the one we know of this game, you have to use. You have to go diagonal by pressing 2 buttons at once to go in a certain direction.
Yeah.
So that takes a little getting used to, and yeah, I played it a couple days ago, even prior to you coming over, and I hadn't played it in years before then. So like, it took me a while. Like, wait a minute, and I like couldn't move anywhere. I was like, wait. Oh, okay, now I remember. It took me a while.
Like your little 6-year-old self's like, dumbass, you hold the diagonals.
Yeah. I actually was. Well, I was alright at it. I cannot say I was good. No way in hell I can say I was like super masterful at it. Even like back then, I was efficient. I guess I was decent, and even now I'm like decent. So whatever. Yeah. So in conclusion, the controls are a little tough to get used to. You gotta just feel it. Feel around with it. And then it should just catch. Oh
no!
That would have been awesome if you just caught that fly.
That would have been like,
that would have been awesome. Then you just eat it in front of the camera, all Frogger style. Anyway, so yeah, controls take a little getting used to, but
once you get used to it, that's all you really need to do.
Yeah. Well, we should talk about some other mechanics before going to the next thing, which I can talk about for a little while. So while you have to turn the blocks into a different color, for this specific version, I guess first before going into that, I can go into the different modes just very briefly. There's the story mode, because there's a story to this game which we'll get into later. There is the versus multiplayer,
which we played, yeah.
And then there's the classic with the pyramid and everything. Because in adventure mode and versus mode, there's various shapes of like where the platforms are for you to traverse, but the classic style that everyone should know who knows Q*bert is the pyramid. So that's what classic's about, and classic's really cool because you can play in the style of the old arcade version or the PS1 3D version. So that's cool. But going back to the versus version, because that's the one where they start introducing some stuff. The same could go for the adventure version. Mode, but I'll just go into the versus mode for right now. They do have different kinds of blocks to jump on, and they do different things. They have different effects. So like, You've got the what's his name? Coily, who's the purple snake. He has a name. Coily. We were just calling him Snake as we were playing. So jumping on his block and jumping off it triggers Coily, and then I forgot their names already. I'll put them up right now. But the little green guys. There's two of them, but in the versus mode there's only the one. But he jumping on his block makes him come up on the other player's half of the board, and he jumps on their tiled blocks and changes them back to the original color.
Yeah.
So he causes some mischief, and then there's Coily, and then certain other little blocks with like a little blam looking symbol, like a little explosion symbol on them. Don't do anything at first, but there's a corresponding block with a circle on it. You jump on that. That's like the detonation trigger thing where they all just kind of go and they like. Not really explode, but they kind of just poof out of existence, I guess. I don't know. Just drop down. So, if like, so you can sabotage the other players that way to the point where like, if like, there's also special tiles that have
the stars,
which are
and
more
those are
points.
they're worth 100.
Yeah, because regular spaces are worth, blocks are worth 50.
Yeah.
Points. So say you're at a little section with just stars. It's like, oh, a bunch of points. But then there's like those little blam. I'm just gonna call them blam tiled blocks. You go over there. Someone else hits the little detonator circle thing. Now you're stuck there and you have to die. So it's kind of funny.
Wait, does death cost you anything or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you just. I don't know. Probably.
Maybe.
Right here, if it does not. Maybe, even if I find out. So there might not even be anything right here. I don't know. Anyway, that's controls. We went on too long on that. Aesthetics. You want to talk about that? Visuals?
Yeah, the aesthetics are pretty... Well, they look alright for a PS1 system.
Yeah, for its time it was alright.
Yeah, it's alright. Now,
not the best looking one, but...
Not the best looking PS1 game out there, but...
But it was alright.
It was alright. The blocks look alright. There might be, like, some... Like, in the classic mode, like, if you go to the 3D one... There is some pixelation that I have seen I saw
with the arcade version or the 3D version.
With the 3D version of it. Like I noticed, like the 3D blocks, they were like kind of pixelated a little bit.
I think it was for it could be for space. It could be memory. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little bit more downgraded in like I guess quality or whatever than the other modes that they have there, which are a little bit better. More suited for the PS1 than this version was.
Yeah, and then like the classic version of the game.
Yeah, but with the basic shapes, I mean, Cuber it's basically an easy game to make on any kind of like game making software.
I mean, you don't really need that many people to work on it.
Yeah, not really. One person can make like a fully working Cuber game.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Imagine there was a Cuber game this time and age.
Well, there is.
Oh really?
They made one on Steam. It's called Cuber Reloaded, something.
Oh, okay.
It's a revamped version of Cuber, and
oh.
Andre Black Nerd Comedy did a video on it, so I'll have that in the description for you to check out. I never played it myself. I haven't seen it on Steam, like personally, but I want to get around to playing it at some point. But there's that. So aesthetics and visuals are alright for its time. A little outdated now, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Going to the what was it? Fucking shit. Hold on. Okay, soundtrack. Sorry, I had to cut that. Okay. Our structure is at 100%. So the soundtrack. Want to go ahead and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty good. It was just it gave it some atmosphere.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was. I mean, there were some tracks that were upbeat and like really like just gets you into the rhythm of.
Yeah.
Other ones were a little bit more downplayed. There's one track that was really funny. Sounds a little tribal, but it's like I don't know. I like the little beat. It's like. As you're doing the multiplayer, it's kind of funny.
It does sound really retro though. So
yeah, well, yeah. It sounds totally like something you would be on PlayStation. It's not revolutionary in any sense of the word, but it's good. It's catchy. It's not anything really bad to you can't knock it really.
Yeah.
They have different tracks you didn't get to hear for the adventure mode that make it a little bit more whimsical and whatever. Yeah. But it's nice for what it is. So. Soundtrack is good. Not bad, but
not the best soundtrack for a game I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Cuber.
It's Cuber, and it's good for what it is.
Yeah.
So have to look at the thing again. Okay, character portrayals. So, or not really portrayals, just the characters, I guess. Unless you want to like adapt them from the arcade to now is basically the same.
Pretty much. There's the main guy, Bert, who's who just changes the colors of the blocks.
Yeah, he's orange ball with a birdo nose. So there's not much to say about that, but he is badass.
Bert has a very dirty mouth on him because every word he says is like a pixel. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go for a birdo joke because you did that in one of our other videos.
Oh, birdo. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then that too.
Don't go there again. Yeah, that was. How did they? I don't know if there was a story to that. Well, what I did read upon research of the game was one of the code names of the game was simply cubes, and then another funnier. I guess it was a code name. Was simply the symbols that he says.
Yeah, he says.
So it's cursing. He curses, but what comes out, what he actually says physically and vocally is just synthesized garbles. And it's not any kind of like...
Yeah.
Well, what lots of people used to do in like old Popeye cartoons, old cartoons that had like mice talking and they sped up audio, are really people saying things or taken from like something else and they speed it up, sometimes speed it up and reverse it.
Yeah.
But for Bert, it's just garbling. There's no Easter egg-ish kind of speech like within. They're not saying like ass shit bitch and then they just like put a whole bunch of effects to it. No. It's just garbling. So I forgot how they did that with a Sonovox, I think.
Maybe.
I don't remember. For those of you who don't know, search that up. It's awesome. But however they did the voice, it might be the same as Sinistar. I don't know. Sinistar was awesome. But Bert's a cool character. He is totally likable. There's nothing really, wrong or bad about him.
Yeah.
His design is simple, so that's awesome.
And then we
He's
have
colorful.
Then we have his friend
Q-Dirk.
Yeah, Q-Dirk.
Made pretty much for this game, as far as I
remember. Yeah, the multiplayer, which
he's purple.
One plays as Bert, and then the second player plays as Q-Dirk. I know, the fly is fucking annoying.
Q-Dirk is like a...
he's a purple version of Bert, so he's pretty much the same as Bert.
Well, he doesn't have the snout nose. He has like a little pointy-looking nose.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You didn't see that when you were playing as him? Yeah, he doesn't have the Birdo nose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on. I didn't say it was like SpongeBob-like. I just said it was... Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
See?
God damn it. I wanted to avoid this reference/dirty joke as much as possible, and it happened. Okay. Anyway, so Q-Dirk's
Don't have me talk then.
I was hoping... Oh, God, whatever. Okay, anyway, it happened.
It happened.
And if you didn't get it, thank you. But if you did...
Which I think everyone did.
God,
you can thank me.
Don't thank me. Okay, so, Q-Dirk's cool, Bert's cool. Characters that, you didn't get to see, again. Well, you saw one of them. There's Coily, the snake, and he's just as faithful as the, he is the main bad guy in this, though.
Yeah.
What I do want to mention... Well, no, I'll mention it in the story. Section. So, yeah, Coily's there, the Slick and something, Sam. Slick and Sam, I remembered it. I don't have to put the things here anymore. Slick and Sam, I believe the names are those two green dudes, but only I think one of them is in, like, the multiplayer version. Whichever one it is, I don't know. I'll put that there. But, they're back and they're cool, and then there's also, Bert has a girlfriend, I don't know her name, she's pink with a little bow.
Does she have?
She doesn't have anything. Shut up. She doesn't have anything there. It's weird.
Oh.
But she has
weird.
big eyelashes, so I don't know. Don't say anything else about that. God, well, she's the girl I figured she'd have the Birdo nose. Whatever.
I wouldn't say that.
It's something you would say.
Maybe.
It's something you would say.
Maybe.
Okay, this is going too far. Yeah, she's cool too. I haven't seen much of her except for in the intro cutscene.
Sorry, the fly was trying to...
There's not much of her you really see until you rescue, because you have to rescue her in the story mode. So I guess I'll get on to that now. So the characters are awesome and they're alright. For the story mode now, it's a really, really simple story to get behind. Again, lots of these older games had just simple storylines.
Yeah, simple stories because they really couldn't express the story through cutscenes and all that.
Well, most of them could, like this one. This one kind of does. But
okay, yeah.
What happens is
they're just
they're more simple.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So in this game, much like Frogger sorta had a story, a bit. Frogger on PS1, which we reviewed at the beginning of this arc. Cubert has a simple story as well. Wow, I just realized how similar Frogger and Cubert were. Because they started in the arcade. Sorry, they started in the arcades, and then they had a PS1 game, which I don't know. They're both awesome. Coily is the bad guy, and he's okay. So they live in this like Minecraft-looking blocky Cubert world, I guess. I don't know if it has a name. So he somehow creates this big ass black hole, swirly black hole thing, and it sucks up like the entire world. And makes it into like those kinds of shapes and stuff you have to traverse. I'm assuming. So there's also this wizard guy. I don't know his name, but he's got a big old wizard hat. And he kind of helps you out with certain things.
Does he look like Cubert, or does he look
like... A little bit. They're all kind of the general Cubert
Does he have the
shape.
Birdo nose, too? Or?
No.
Oh.
I think he has like a mustache or something. There's like a cute little mustache. I think. I'm not sure. I'll probably pull up a picture of him, but I'm not sure. If I can find one. But, he's cool. And then... So, yeah. Then, everyone gets sucked into the black hole and into this weird other world. I don't know. But then, Cubert tries to escape the black hole and is doing it on those little swirly thingamajigs that you step on from the classic game. And then he turns back because he hears his girlfriend go, no! And she spirals in. And then you get this awesome look on Cubert's face where he's like, he's got this look like where his eyelids, his bottom lids come up like, I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch. And he gets like this really like, you just fucked with the wrong dude kind of look. And it's like the most badass look in the game. But that's basically it. It's just, again, simple. Everyone got swallowed in a black hole and you have to save the world. So it's simple, but I never finished the story mode when I was little. That's something I really... Because it's hard. It's pretty tough, the adventure mode.
Did you pass it?
I didn't beat it at all when I was little. Or even now.
Even now. Oh, okay.
I mean...
So that whole badass look that Cubert gave was all for naught, apparently.
On my end.
Because like your little 6-year-old mind could look, fuck it.
Well, no, I mean I tried, and I'm saying I didn't. I got pretty far, but
yeah, you got pretty far, but then you
enough.
decided. Then you decided just like this, just fuck it. Because,
whatever. I'm a sad gamer. Because I didn't finish Cubert on PS1 in '97.
You horrible
97,
person.
2000, whenever it fucking came out.
You horrible person. How dare you not finish the game?
Sorry. Okay, didn't realize you needed your blessing to finish the fucking game.
You do need my blessing.
God damn it. Okay, so final verdicts. What would your verdict be?
Alright, well, I experienced multiplayer mode. It was fun, but I didn't really get to experience the story. So I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
It's okay, but I haven't really experienced it all. So
yeah. So I give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's not perfection, obviously. It's a little outdated now, and like I just said earlier, they've got a newer see, because Cubert is a rare. It's not rare. What's the word? I just had it to my tongue. Obscure character. Once Wreck-It Ralph came out, Cubert was everywhere again. So Wreck-It Ralph / Disney / whoever else freaking thought, hey, let's put Cubert in the movie. Thanks to them, Cubert is now kind of back in the limelight. People from the, those days are gonna be like, oh my god, that's Cubert, I remember him.
Oh my god.
Whereas the little kids are like, who the fuck is that? Son, let me introduce you to the arcade store. You see?
Let me introduce you to games of my generation. Yeah, before all this Bam Bam shit came along. This is when games were really games.
That's exactly how it happened. So, my brother's cracking up in the background. Okay.
Not that I'm saying that those Bam Bam games are not fun.
But
they weren't games like these games were.
Okay. Like I said earlier, Cubert's... Yeah, since this game for the PS1, since this game, Cubert kind of slipped into obscurity until Wreck-It Ralph came out. And then they made a new game about him after all these years, which is on Steam now, so go check that out if you have a Steam account. It's awesome. And so 4.5 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5, and that's really it for this episode of Trash Talk. So I'm Mark,
I'm Wes.
and it's Trash Talk.
Bam bam.
Motherfucker.